Miguel, thank you very much for taking the time to join us here. Obviously, we're at AviaDev, and one of the main themes of the conference is connectivity. Now, of course, this is regional connectivity across the multiple different countries, but as well as, between the different regions of the continent. Now, Angola, you've been expanding, you've been taking new fleet deliveries, and it's quite an exciting time for the airline. So just tell us where the airline is today and where you plan to go for the future.
Well, thanks, Michael, for having us. Indeed, AviaDev is, I would probably say, the most important commercial aviation event in the continent, right? This event has been growing, as we have seen, and that shows the criticality that the continent sees in intra-Africa connectivity. For TAAG, as a crucial player in the African continent, the Angolan government has started a reform of the aviation sector just about six and a half years ago. We have a brand new airport, the new Luanda International Airport. The airport activation will be completed by September this year. And the airline feels that it is in the perfect condition at this stage to offer a brand new experience to the market. The brand new experience means from buying a ticket to actually boarding an airplane, connecting and transiting in a state-of-the-art airport to your final destination within the African continent. And right now, TAAG is really in the condition. The airline has started a transformation process just about two and a half years ago. We have a 5-year strategy plan that goes from 2024 to 2029. We have made our pillar number one people and community, meaning that we really focus on transforming the airline by changing the corporate culture of the organization. In terms of the product itself, the airline is well known in the market that we have signed a couple lease agreements strategically just about 2.5 years ago to bring in Airbus's A220s. And that's our focus and has been our aircraft of choice for the regional fleet. So we started this process of renewing TAAG fleet, and we, based on our internal case studies, we identified the 220 as one of the very best aircraft to serve that market. Luanda is within three and a half hour radius for about 500 million people in the African continent. In three and a half hours, you can go from Luanda to Cape Town. As much as three and a half hours, you can go from Luanda to Lagos. So TAAG is really keen in position itself as a strategic number one African carrier in West Africa. We believe that in that specific niche of West Africa, the north to south axis and vice versa, TAAG can be really strong. So this is where we are. We started to take delivery of our Airbus fleet, the 220 fleet. We got 2 aircraft at this stage. In 9 days, we're going to take delivery of aircraft number 3. So all in all, very strong, very good, very positive, and this is really exciting us, Mike.
On the note of your deliveries, especially for those regional aircraft, the A220s, what is the airline's focus at the moment in terms of your regional expansion? And you spoke about connecting West Africa to the rest of Africa, and you rightly mentioned that where Luanda is just a flight away from 500 million people in Africa.
Exactly.
So what is your focus in terms of your regional expansion?
So first of all, as part of our strategic plan, our immediate actions were to enhance the quality of our network. And enhancing the quality of our network meant network depth. So that would mean offering more frequencies to those tier 1 markets in the region for which TAAG was already flying and for which we felt that we could offer more capacity and more seats. So what we did in that term, we were flying 7 flights a week to Cape Town, for example, and we now increased to 10 flights a week. So we fly 7 days and 3 nights to Cape Town. We did the same thing with Joburg. We were flying 7 flights a week, and we went to 9 flights a week at this stage. With that strategy, we also started to move more traffic through Luanda into Nigeria. So at this stage, to give you a really great information and great numbers, TAAG has the number 1 market share in the market, Cape Town to Lagos. And that means we are moving passengers southbound from Lagos and northbound from Cape Town via Luanda. So that has been the first part of the strategy. So network depth. As far as network width, and meaning the expansion of new destinations, we have first of all on the cargo level, we started up in April with serving Nairobi and connecting Nairobi to Luanda once a week. On a passenger level, in September we'll start the Luanda to Nairobi route 3 times a week. Again, the focus is being offering a brand new product, the A220, so it will be the aircraft of choice to connect Luanda to Nairobi. We have also in the plans a little later, third quarter, beginning of fourth quarter 2025, we have Abidjan, we have Accra, and we got Libreville. That shows you that West Africa axis connecting through Luanda and all the way down south to South Africa. We currently fly to Cape Town and Joburg. Durban is also part of our vision going forward. Victoria Falls is in there. So this is where we are positioning ourselves, Michael.
That transitions very nicely into this next segment here, which is your long-haul operations. Obviously, you are taking on wide bodies into your fleet. What's your strategy and focus, especially for your long-haul operations?
For the long haul, what we started to do initially, and that's the strategy has been in place since 2024. Again, quality of the intercontinental destinations. So we made some capacity adjustments, notably for Brazil, for which we had seen a lot of our seat load factors dropping, and we hadn't fully recovered past COVID. So the first part of the strategy was when we took delivery of our first 787-9, we immediately put that aircraft flying the Luanda-Guarulhos route. Also, as part of that strategy, we are taking delivery of 3 more 787s, and we currently fly already double daily to Lisbon. So a couple of these airplanes will be inducted in this route. We are currently revising as well additional destinations in Europe, notably London, Gatwick, and we're also seeing the Guangzhou destination in China. Both of them for just about end of fourth quarter 2025. So again, the intercontinental strategy only makes sense. We believe that it only makes sense with a strong continental intra-Africa strategy and, feeding through Luanda.
Now, TAAG is right at the forefront of the resurgence or rather the transformation of the African aviation industry in general. You are pioneering, you're innovating the airline, you're setting a different standard, right, in terms of that connectivity, connecting Africa and connecting Africa to the world as well.
Yeah.
A big part of that is policy within the continent.
Yes.
Right. You want a more freer airspace where there's easier connectivity between the countries.
Yeah.
What would you like to see in terms of policy change within Africa? Obviously, you've got policies such as SATAM, which is still yet to be realized fully. What do you want to see in terms of policy change?
Well, SATAM, obviously, but they definitely want to have a free market in Africa, not only in terms of, traffic rights, but you do want to see an operating ecosystem that is completely free from barriers. Some markets in Africa, you have excessive taxes and airport fees. The sheer lack of competition in some markets that protect airport operators, handling agents, even security taxes, or those things have been creating a very challenging environment. I can give you an example. We have one specific destination within our network for which 30% of our ticket cost is just the airport tax and airport fees. So clearly that's what as an airline we want to see. We want to be able to democratize aviation in Africa. We wanted to make it more affordable for everybody, right? And we understand that this is a key challenge to be able to grow. Africa as a region and each African country, in order to grow, you need to be able to provide connectivity. If people are not able to go from point A to point B, then we have a problem. Then we have a serious barrier for growth. We know that Africa and the aviation in Africa doesn't have the traditional competitors and replacements that aviation has in other parts of the world. We don't have huge highways connecting the continent. We don't have huge railways connecting the continent. Therefore, flying from certain points within the continent is only feasible if we fly by air. Therefore, we need to have an affordable aviation. So that's what we, as an airline, would like to see. We would like to see a market that is completely more open. We want to, because Michael, it's important to notice that this will be the key to offer also a better product to the customer. If we have a very expensive ecosystem, we ended up having to fly old airplanes. We ended up having to fly into old infrastructures. And customers and travelers in Africa end up not having a good experience. They will pay a lot and it won't match the quality of service or the experience they will have. So when we lower the entire ecosystem, we'll be able to offer starting a good customer experience to the passengers, and ultimately this will drive more traffic. We understand, if we look at the IATA numbers, Africa has contributed just about 2% of the global aviation. This is a number that everybody keeps repeating, and that's a fact, and we cannot avoid it. What makes it even worse is that those 2%, this 2% contribution wasn't necessarily from African carriers, and it wasn't necessarily from intra-Africa traffic. Most likely it was not. This was a sheer volume of traffic in and out and intra-Africa altogether. So if we are generous, let's say the half of that, it's the intra-Africa part of it. So out of the 400 million, there's 200 million that is the intra-Africa or less. That's just, those numbers are really, really small when we compare with the full size of the African continent population. So let's see how things go.
Now, peering into the future, and I know you spoke about this, what can the industry expect from TAAG? And most importantly, what can your customers look forward to as the airline obviously pioneers, into this new age, especially for African aviation? What can your customers expect and what can the industry expect?
Well, right now we have already shown, and we are showing to the market what the industry and the market can expect from TAAG. A TAAG closer to the customer, a TAAG closer to the market, and a TAAG obviously closer to its partners and the ecosystem, the aviation ecosystem. When we started to put together this vision, we had this vision to offer a full, completely transformed experience. So passengers will be able, from the distribution channel being more attractive. As an airline, we made a soft launch of a brand new website on April 30th, and we did not communicate to the market, and that was on purpose. We wanted to give time for the product to mature and to run a couple tests live without creating massive traffic flows into the website. Is working really well. We are talking about a website that is a completely 180-degree transformation from what TAAG used to have. So that's number one, that we are offering a completely new distribution channel. We have also changed the way we would position ourselves with distribution partners. So the GDS ecosystem, including travel agents, we are a lot more proactive. We have split and made dedicated teams just dealing with international markets, both regional and intercontinental, just for the distribution part of it. We have made ourselves a lot more competitive in terms of commission base for those players. And that moves us into the part where travelers are moving to book their flights, buy their tickets, and the day they're supposed to fly out. And for that specific one, they will be going into a brand new airport. So either in their destination and they're connecting through Luanda, they will pass through and they will be users of the brand new infrastructure. So the journey will start already with a brand new aircraft. So either being a 787 coming out of Guarulhos or Lisbon or even Joburg, or an A220 connecting from Nairobi to Maputo to Sao Tome or even Lagos, connecting in Luanda and continuing the beyond Luanda into their final destination, either being regional with a 220, either intercontinental with a 787 with a brand new customer experience. So that's what the market can expect from TAAG. We're taking delivery of more aircraft. We got Airbus 220 number 3 of our fleet coming just 9 days from now, Michael. We are happy also to announce that our second 787 will be delivered in July. The third will be delivered in August. The fourth will be delivered in September. So altogether, we got a really strong package for the second part of 2025, and we're very excited about it.